Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to the Modcast. If you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you for continuing to watch our content. Today, I have here in front of you a 2008 Scion TC. I have another one of these that you might have seen before if you've seen the Modcast before, any of our podcasts, like the one I did specifically about my TC and the modifications that I made to it. But this one here was one of the parts donor cars. I did tell a story about this car where I blew the engine up on the road. It was a turbo car modified without a tune, mind you. But it did have a AEM FIC6 that was in the car but not linked to the car in any way with any actual tunes on it. So that was a pretty good score. That was a really popular way of piggyback tuning these cars back in the day. Now people kind of go for the AEM, like the EMS4, and even some newer ones like the Infinity, the Haltech 1500 Elites. You know, a lot of people are using those for a lot of different builds, including these. So this car in particular, I was going to throw in a dumpster once I took all the parts off. It actually sat at my shop for probably a month where I kind of like hemmed and hawed over it, and we were going to use the backhoe to, you know, crunch it down and put it in the dumpster. But I kind of realized that there's a lot of parts on this that I would still like to salvage and use for my other car potentially if I ever needed them, or just replacement parts, not really modification parts, because the other car is a pure street car. That one is going to have, you know, a lot of like OEM plus type modifications to it, whereas this one I also realized is a relatively clean shell minus the rust, you know, in the rear corner and the dents that are all over it, that I could take this car and I could make it into a track car pretty easily, actually. So part of what I kind of wanted to do is basically just get this cleaned out today, show you how much of a mess it is since I did the gutting of the engine and some of the modification parts that were on it, fuel system and otherwise. So I just want to get this cleaned up. If you guys want to know more about the kinds of things that we're going to be doing on the Modcast, please give us a like and maybe drop us a follow, give us a comment, something like that. It really helps us with the algorithm, and we are really trying to grow this channel. Our schedule will definitely improve, but for now, we're going to get this cleaned out. We're going to take you on this journey to build this car, which is named Ruben. GoPro died, but I did manage sorry, it's gross in there. A lot of mold and definitely some rodents. There was some evidence of some chewing. I pulled all the parts out of it that might be somewhat usable, except for I don't think that radiator is going to be usable. We broke the top off of it when we took it out for one reason or another. I think it might have just hit something. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a process. I still have to gut the interior. However, I did manage to get a lot of the junk out of this thing. It was only a couple of minutes. I kind of ran out of daylight, but that's okay. We got something done today. So there's definitely some salvageable parts, but with no interior and fully pressure washed, I have all the faith in the world that this will make a great track car. So it's gonna start out pretty bare bones. We're just gonna put the naturally aspirated original engine into this car, and we're going to learn the grip limits of the chassis and really dial the chassis in, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some power and maybe a drivetrain swap. So definitely stick around, toss us a like, give us a subscribe, maybe comment what you think would be a good idea for this, what you would want to do if this was your project to resurrect. And I'm going to show you what I want to do, and maybe you guys will influence me. So I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end if you're still here. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the Modcast, and we'll see you later.